Okay, so we're live. This is a part of the game I'm running called Paraneon. It is a crossover Chronicles of Darkness chronicle. Um, and we have a few different characters. And we've had some beasts so far show up from Beast of Primordial, and this is going to be the first encounter that like actual normal person has had with this beast in terms of player characters. So this should be kind of interesting. We had another beast fight sort of earlier in the campaign that was kind of interesting, and this would be the second one. So to sort of set up what happened before the scene, it sort of started when Alice, who is our beast, who will introduce themselves shortly, um, started to feed on one of the students in the bathroom, and then afterwards decided to make that location into a layer because it would be a convenient, or into part of her layer because it would be a very convenient spot for her to move to and from her house from the school that they're in terms of the setting.
And ultimately the spook factor of it.
Yes, of course, it's a very spooky place too, so it kind of works with your whole aesthetic. Not
the high school.
And so that happened. And then, meanwhile, we've been setting up this other scene where one of the other prefects in the school, who's in charge of watching the students, because it's a boarding school for delinquents, Christina, who was an NPC, was attacked by a beast in the first scene of the Chronicle as sort of a prelude. And then afterwards, she became a hero and decided that she was going to recruit people to help fight these beasts. And so one of the people she recruited was a sort of a socialite girl who was very intelligent for the actual school that she was in, because it was mostly for, dropouts and losers and people who are troublesome to society. But for some reason, Sheree was also part of this school, and she was very intelligent, and she was very high aptitude. She had been noticing some strange things herself and been sort of starting to become acclimated to this world of darkness. But, Christina basically tried to pull her and wake her up and be like, okay, we need to do something now. So they effectively, once Alice had started her feeding, Christina immediately noticed and decided to pull Sheree into the bathroom to sort of try to deal with it. But they have no idea what they're getting into. So that's sort of where...
We should also mention that the girl was let free that I was eating.
Oh, yeah. You basically, just let her go. I mean, you didn't really do anything.
I didn't hurt her. I basically made her feel guilty and then let her go, because that was enough for me to get the sustenance that I needed as a beast.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm playing Christina in this scene, so I'm playing the hero. And... but I would like to introduce our beast first, and then go from there. So tell me a little bit about Alice, just so we can kind of get a feel for your character here.
Alice is a Gorgon beast who her whole sole purpose she lost her purpose when she became a beast. She pretty much spent her days with the only person that cared about her when her family, she lost her family, and the only person that actually decided to care about her was a vampire called Wolfgrim. Wolfgrim took care of the manor that she now houses in as the head of the house, being its only living family, and she attends the school at this point to give herself some way of being able to teach her lessons of as a beast, while still sustaining herself and hoping out that one day she'll find a purpose for herself once again.
All right. So could you screen share the, if you see the screen share option on the left, if you could screen share your character image, that would be lovely.
Can I have you do that? I can send you the picture. Or you can just form the picture.
No, I'm going to be screen sharing mine, and on the left-hand side, you should see it as an option.
I know, but I don't have it up, so I have to go to my character sheet, I guess. Hold on.
Yeah, what you would do is you'd open the actual image and then share the actual program that you're showing the image on. Like, I'll show you. I'm doing that now. So this is what Christina looks like. I'm not sure if you could do that, sure, but that would be nice.
Is it just screen sharing?
Yeah.
I think I can manage.
Okay.
Okay, here. Do you want me to do the current form that she's in or the regular form?
Yeah, whatever the current form is.
Okay, that would be this picture then. Here, let me grab that. Okay, so let me pull that into a text.
Sheree is very pretty.
Ironically, I don't have the good looks merit or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, what's your presence?
Objects.
I think it's 4.
See, yeah, that's still good. Like, you don't necessarily need striking looks. You already have a very high presence regard. But
here you go.
What I'm doing, by the way, is I have a separate program up that's opening the image.
You should be able to see it. Well, yeah. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that open right this moment.
Pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. So yes, this is our beast.
Yeah.
And Sheree, can you introduce yourself and sort of give you a background on your sort of
So Sheree is a girl of 18 years. She was born in suburbs, wherever we are. I don't really know the country.
Yeah.
She was very social, obviously. She was kind of good at things without trying too hard. So she never got too much better at them than she was naturally. So that's reflected in her intelligence. But she never really liked her routine or her life, so she tries to do things to make it more exciting. Her parents and her are both quite religious, and when she was discovered that she was gay, her parents did not like that, and they tried to cure her of it, eventually deciding to send her to some boarding school. Naturally, she was not impressed, but was pretty alright with not having to live with them anymore. She's in her final year now, being 18, and she has the ability to see auras, so she's noticed things, and she tries to investigate them, and without getting directly involved, if that makes sense. So she's trying to gather information without really having anyone suspect her being able to do anything. And for the most part, it works pretty well. She's not had to physically confront anyone about it until now. And so that's where she is. She's managed to purchase a knife, like a combat knife, which would be illegal, for protection, because she was starting to get a little bit paranoid before Christina admitted to her that she wasn't the only one.
What you actually saw, by the way, was because before you had actually witnessed the last beast that we had, who was in the school, who was currently on break from the campaign, but you did actually notice the other beast who was like one of your classmates.
Yes, that's why I started to get paranoid, as well as witnessing a murder and some supernatural powers. That was exciting.
Mm-hmm. So from here, we're going to proceed into sort of combat. I call it a combat, but it's not really going to be much of a fight because they're effectively entering her lair. So to sort of give that sort of scene some weight, you already described the text post, like what the bathroom sort of looked like. So we don't really need to go over that. But what's going on now is Christina actually takes the initiative.
I mean, I can give you a small little example again, like a short summary of it if you need to.
No, it's okay. I have a good idea of what's going on. So essentially, Christina takes the initiative.
We both agreed that the thing that I was doing was reflexive, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you would describe that as
reflect that in your post. Yeah. Good.
So essentially, what's going on is, it's completely dark when you enter. Because I'm mostly saying this for Sheree, like because I think you read it too. But essentially, it's like completely dark inside this bathroom. There's like no light at all, and all the light that comes in from the outside is completely shut off when the doors suddenly slam shut. Which of course they do without anyone actually touching them. So it just happens suddenly, and there's a loud bang. But before Christina even gets enamored or worried, she just charges forward towards, you're not even sure what she's moving towards, but she seems to just charge right into the room. She can't see anything, so she's clearly not aiming anywhere, but she just sort of rushes into the room and like extends her arms out as if she's trying to like grab something.
All right.
And then it would go on you to describe what happens next.
So
Me?
essentially, no, it would be me. So essentially, what would happen is that Christina got very, very lucky. She managed to not only bust down the door that led into her lair,
With Sheree's
but
help.
she managed to, with Sheree's help, but she also managed to bust it down and get as close as she did to Alice. The thing that she was reaching out for, and that Alice can actually see because she's able to see completely in this darkness, both for the fact that it's her lair and that it's her ability to see in the dark completely, is essentially she was reaching out for Alice. The issue here is that while Christina, under normal circumstances, might have actually been able to grasp her, being a Gorgon, an Amtaru, she was able to merge with the darkness as a reflexive, to become intangible and mesh with the darkness itself.
So yeah, Christina basically fumbles into nothing and like almost falls over, but manages to steady herself. And now she's kind of looking around in the dark and like fumbling around inside her backpack as if she's like trying to reach for something. But at that point, it would move to Sheree's turn. So you're up next. What are you doing?
So
And am I able to talk with her during this time, or?
Yes, you can communicate verbally.
So
with them.
would you mind if I say something before you start your turn?
Sure.
Because you would have heard me, as I said, essentially, you would have heard my voice and my post. What I originally said was, who are you to simply rush in here like this, hero? I see of no harm coming upon my quarry. You've no right to come in here with your pseudo-righteousness. That's what you would have heard at that point.
Right. Now, one thing I've never tried, because Sheree has never been in any particularly supernatural circumstances, is using her aura to see people without physically being able to see them. Is that
now,
possible?
My ruling on that is that, see, it depends on how I want to interpret it, because
she would take a penalty to this because it's not a form of illumination.
From my perspective, it's something that you need a ready visual to be able to do.
Well, I think that the desired result would just be that she sees the entire room light up in
Well,
aura, because she's merged with the darkness, right?
Mhm.
The whole room is dark.
Yeah. So the principle is that like you would probably be able to do. You wouldn't be able to actually do any kind of aura sight with this room because you need visual on your target, and there's no light in the room.
But I can see the darkness. That's the
There's
point.
like the whole thing is that like your light,
Like
even
the
if it
aura wouldn't be
like
illuminated,
your eyes,
because
the room
you
wouldn't be
can't
illuminated
see.
because you're shrouded in that darkness. You don't have a target to focus on at
Like,
that point.
yeah.
It would be like
Now, if
it would
I
be
want
like pretty
to,
much
if I
like
want to,
looking over into an empty space.
if I want to interpret that this is some kind of sixth
But
sense
if
that allows
the
you to
air is
like,
the aura, then
Yeah.
if you're looking in empty space, then you might see the air.
if it,
Then your eyes would be completely covered over with whatever.
it's
That's
Whatever
exactly
you're
what
trying
I
to
was
look
just
at.
what I'm thinking. If I want to interpret it as like you can see this as like a sixth sense versus it's an, because there are two ways I could say this. It's either it's a sixth sense that you have this visual idea of this aura that's like in your mind's eye, or it's tied to your sight, like literally like a visual thing. And in this case,
The
I'd
issue here,
honestly rather
we'd have to.
I'd
I'd
rather
have
go
to
with the
ask
whole
you.
I'd rather go with the whole sixth sense thing.
If
I mean,
it's a sixth sense, then here's my question: does she suffer the penalty from darkness? Does it still involve like because it's a -5 penalty to anything involving vision?
Well, she's using a supernatural power to. It's not necessarily like she's.
Because it says the layer is pitch
Um,
dark beyond
how-
the capacity of human night. Hold on, the human night vision, the darkness of a cave or a sealed room, not simply night. Without a source of illumination, characters within the affected area suffer a -5 penalty to all rolls involving vision and lose all defense.
Yeah. In this case, I don't think it would qualify as normal vision. And I'd let you
Okay,
do it.
then she's still affected. If she's trying to find me,
I'm not trying to find you. I'm just looking to see what your aura is. And if you have merged with the darkness and the darkness is the entire room, then I wouldn't be able to find you because I'd see the entire room.
Well, here's the other thing that happens upon that. Like, to even be able to sense me at all, even my aura, it would clash with Shadowed Soul.
That's correct. So you would have.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So
It would provoke a clash of wills, basically, between
I don't know
us.
what Shadowed Soul is.
That's
Soul
what she's
is
doing to
my
merge with the
atavism.
darkness.
Basically, that reflexive action that I mentioned before.
So
It's because of this, natural means of seeing me have no way to detect me, but supernatural means of detection provoke a clash of wills.
So I would allow you to do it, but you would need to again spend the willpower, but it would be contested against her her traits. So
Yeah.
you'd still make the roll, Sheree, but then you'd also have
Sure.
to roll it contested against her sort of thing. If that makes sense.
What am I rolling?
Okay. Well, what you'd roll is you roll
So
your
how
normal
do we
roll
do
for that.
clash of wills?
Wits plus empathy, then.
Yeah, wits plus
Do I take
empathy
any
for you,
penalties?
and then your penalty it's going to be contested instead. So you're going to roll your pool, and then
And then we'll see how many
they're going to
successes you get. And then my
Three
successes
successes.
take away from yours.
All right, you'll need 3 successes to reduce me to null.
So
Yeah.
what you're going to roll is your layer plus I'm trying to remember what the other like it says what Clash of Wills. If you look in the book, it'll tell you what your Clash of Wills is. In this case, I think it would be like Resolve plus your layer. I'm not sure. But
Okay, that's fine.
If you look up Clash of Wills, it'll tell you what it is for beasts. It's different depending on the circumstance.
Here, I don't have the book up, but you can have it up in like a second, can you?
Okay. Yeah, I'll look.
Yeah. Because I don't have it up right this
And
moment.
you
I pretty
spent
much
you
should.
spent the willpower, right?
I spent the willpower earlier
Well,
before,
I'm
but I'm
talking
talking about her.
I'm talking to
She-
Sheree now.
Yes,
'Cause you need
yes,
to
I'll
spend a-
subtract.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So Clash of Wills. Please. Thank you. My thing is like lagging. I will get it from this book. Clash of Wills, please. Thank you. Page 222. All right.
Is that what it says? 222 for a book?
Yep. That's it.
Let me see. Control G. Shit. 220. It did 22 for me. Here we go.
So it's layer plus your highest resistance attribute. So resolve.
Okay, so my highest resistance would be. So does that mean my highest resolve thing?
Resolve, composure, or stamina.
Or stamina? So I think at this point, I'll go ahead and have it just be composure.
Okay. So what's your composure?
It's 3. They're all 3 at
Okay.
this point. So I
So-
could have chosen one
So
of
if they're
them.
all 3, then you are going to roll. It's 5 dice.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and spend a willpower as well on this.
Okay.
So
you
I
can
get
do
3
that.
extra. So I'm at 8.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me get the dice. 4 successes.
All right, so
Or
it
actually,
doesn't-
hold on.
Well, that's.
Well, I need to
it's,
re-roll the other one. Hold on.
but why? Because it's already 0.
0 successes. So actually, I don't manage to do it because 7s don't count.
Yeah, 7s don't
What?
count. We're
It's
using
unfortunate.
We're using the exalted roller. So,
So,
They-
I
so
will-
you would be able to get the thing that you did before.
And I only have 2
It's like
successes.
everything would be around.
So what I
Well,
will tell you
yeah.
is what you do detect is you detect like what you're able to see is these eyeballs sort of crawling along the ground because you can actually sort of see where she is in the dark. It's sort of like this faint outline, but it's not like it's very bright because you can't see it. But like in the darkness, you can see these eyeballs like moving around.
They're
on the
probably
ground.
stretched. Well, they're probably stretched out all across the area because
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
issue
but
here
you
is
can
that
see
she
that,
can't
like-
detect my actual area, but she can detect
There
my
are
in
eyeballs
shadows.
like that are like around the entire place. Like there are some that are like along the floor that are like blinking.
Yeah, they're like looking up.
So you're not really sure. You basically see the entire room is like covered with these eyeballs in the dark
That makes sense.
with your aura sight. But what you can see is that there are some that are like moving around that are like blinking, and some of them are blinking in the walls. Like, but you know, there's a lot of activity going on, and it's kind of frightening. And I'm not sure if I should make you roll integrity again because it's kind of scary.
It's up to
Um,
it's up to you if you.
But it's up to you if you think this would like freak you out. because
It is
this,
blinking eyeballs
it's
within
meant
the
to be
body,
kind of terrifying.
and you're in the
Because
dark.
you're like expecting to see like an aura, but instead you see the same kind of thing you saw before with like some kind of monstrous form instead.
Yes.
Would you want to take? Would you say that you needed integrity, or
I have not
because
played this
we're letting
much.
you decide if it would scare your character or not?
Well, I think it would
Yeah.
definitely scare me. My reaction would be to take out the knife and stab one of them.
All right, cool. So what I want you to do is I want you to roll. What's your integrity right now? 6.
I think so. Let me find it.
So
Yes.
it's just gonna be what your total willpower. Just roll that.
Total willpower. So
Mhm.
just 4 dice.
Yeah, please.
Are that one
2
success?
successes.
No, it's one.
Oh yeah,
It's
one.
seven.
Yeah,
One
I
success?
just-
Okay, well that's good enough. You still take a condition, but what I'll do is that since you're going to run up and stab it, I'll count that as you're using that spook. So what you'll do is you'll add 2 beats to your sheet.
Okay. I'd also
See?
like
You
to
get
use my
something out of
shaken
it.
condition here, if possible, to automatically fail.
To just
stabbing.
automatically fail, yeah?
Ooh,
I
nice.
love that. Okay,
Good
so you'll
choice.
add 2 beats, and then you'll add another one.
All right.
High
That's
five!
three
You're already
beats, that's a
halfway.
lot.
Yeah, you're halfway there to a full experience point.
Bad.
High five!
All right. So what's gonna happen is she sees this darkness. She sees Christina like lurch forwards. And she's like, "What?" So she's gonna
Well, I
try
mean, you
to
can't
see
see
aura.
Christina anymore in front of you.
No, you can't see.
She's never tried it before in the darkness. Usually it's just like stare at the student in front of her, get a bit spooked, and go to the bathroom and think about it. But in this case, she'd see something really weird, get a bit spooked, take the knife out from her boot, and reflexively try to stab the nearest one because they did intend to come in here and murder her. At
Mhm.
least in terms of beasts and monsters, that's their plan, is just kill them. They don't really know much about them.
Yeah, exactly. See, she gets it.
But how should I fail is the question, because I'm assuming that,
That is-
if you can control
Is it a
this-
dramatic failure or is it just a
No, it's
regular
a
failure?
regular failure.
Oh, then you can just say that you missed. That's fine. I'm not gonna.
Alright, so I go and
hit you
stab the
hard.
eye, and it just like moves out of the way, and my
Pretty
knife
much.
scratches against the bathroom wall, leaving a mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny because you can't even see where the walls are, so you realize you hit the wall at the last, second. Because
While I hit it, yeah. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
anything, I like plunged my knife into the wall, and that was not a safe thing to do with a knife.
Yeah. So at that point, she's basically going to speak up and be like, I understand why you're terrified, but you don't have to try and lash out at me. I'm not
It's
going
funny
to hurt
because
any
you can
of you.
sort of sense her fear to a degree as well.
Yeah, I know.
What is
Because
this?
she's sort of wavering
So
on the
is,
edge of
is that what
shock.
you say, your character?
Yes.
And she goes like, well, you're in my lair. This is where I live. Well, normally. But, I never intended for you guys to come in here. In fact, you're
public
rather uninvited.
bathroom.
No. Well, yes.
Hold still,
and
damn
no.
it! And Christina's like trying to pull, like she's like trying to dig through her backpack, like as if
Yeah.
she's looking for something.
So she's
And she's, like,
she's
yelling
actually
at the
answering.
eyeballs.
She's actually answering you, Shoutrey, and she says, "Well, I'll give you partial credit. Technically, this is the bathroom, but it's not your bathroom.
It's
This is
not
a
yours
different
either.
version of a bathroom. Actually, it is my bathroom. Well, this version of it, anyway.
Not anymore.
Wow, so mean. Here I am, not even hurting you guys, gonna just let you go. I don't even want to fight you guys. I didn't even hurt the girl.
Should you have
Why
heard
do
the
heroes have to be
Christina?
so
What is
troublesome?
this?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll deal with it. I just need a minute. Where is it?
Like I
And
said,
she's like digging
that
through her
girl is-
backpack like frantically.
that
She was
girl
gonna
is fine.
take out her phone. She's gonna turn on the
Okay.
light on her phone.
Okay.
Toss it
The
on
light,
ground.
when you try to turn it on, it just sort of like almost like a black hole, just sort of the light just gets sucked away.
Okay, well, she's gonna drop the phone onto the ground with the light facing upwards.
Well, I mean, the light
And-
doesn't work anymore. Like,
and
as far as you're
So
concerned,
she just drops
it's
her
just,
phone.
yeah, it's just gone. And she goes like, okay, well, don't worry, that's not broken. I'm just not allowing you to see in here. That's my whole thing. It'd be difficult to deal with you guys if you could see.
Worried you might lose.
Under normal circumstances, yes. Yeah, I don't think you get it. You know that girl that you're with? She normally has an advantage against us. We're terrified of people like her.
Us?
Just
Her?
give me a
don't
minute.
understand.
I'll get you. Just give me a minute. She's like
Jeez.
fumbling around on the ground, like
Yeah, but she continues to mention to you. She's just like, what I mean by her is that she's something that we refer to as a hero.
that's
But-
right.
However, on the other hand, I am in what is called a beast.
Kind of hard to pull it out. Hold
I thought
on.
the
But-
normal good stories, the heroes slew the beasts.
Yes, but that's a misunderstanding. You see, you saw that girl leaving earlier before, right?
A little
She
bit.
had no harm onto her. Not a single hair on her head was harmed. The only thing that I did was teach her a lesson. She can't judge people by looks alone. If she does, she's no better than a monster. And if anything, heroes are only meant to stop us from what we're doing. We don't have to harm humans to get our things across. We don't need to harm people to get what we need to survive.
Was this the one that hurt you?
Well, no.
I've never seen this one before in my life. That's why
Christina's
I was
just kind of
interested
like
about her coming inside of the bathroom.
blinking in the dark because you can't see where anyone is right now. Like
Probably
everything is
Christina,
just sort
right?
of everything is sort of just a disembodied voice.
Yeah, it's like coming around from all around you. And it's like it's shifting positions almost. You can notice that at least. It doesn't seem like the voice ever stays in one place for like a certain amount of time. And it's kind of weird for you.
Shrey grips her knife tighter.
You don't need to do that. Like I said, I don't want to harm either of you. Though I'm pretty sure the hero over there wants to do nothing more than kill me.
I don't know what you are. You said you were a beast. That doesn't mean anything to me.
A beast is, well, I suppose our like appearance would be off-putting to most people. That's what I mean by that. The darkness, if anything, is protecting you from me. I don't look the best
That's
visually.
ridiculous. It's protecting you from me.
Well, in a sense it is as well.
Christina, please.
See, all I
Guess what?
want to
Don't
do
listen to her. She's trying
all I
to
want to
deceive
do
you.
is all I want to do is talk with you guys. That's it. As long as you
Then you're going to eat your flesh. Isn't
No.
that right?
No. In fact, like that girl earlier before, I already had my meal. She didn't even get harmed. Don't you
What?
understand? See, we
You eat
monsters.
people?
No, we monsters. What we do is that we feed off of basically our lessons, like I told you before. I basically made her experience the fact that she can't judge people anymore by appearances. That's my lesson.
Then why hunt
We
you in the
beasts have
first
different
place?
ones. Because if we don't, we turn ravenous. You know those stories about killing beasts of legend? Those
Mhm.
beasts are a prime example of turning ravenous. If we're ravenous, we will do anything to fill our sustenance. And that might even include harming people. That's not something we normally
It's kind of
want.
interesting because just because they don't really have your sheets, they don't have a lot of context for this, but your character is very focused on trying to maintain their hunger. So you have a very sort of staunch attitude about ravenousness in the sense that you do a lot of work to maintain yourself at a stable state.
Exactly. So that's why she says it's like the last thing any of us wants to do is become ravenous. But heroes like her don't realize that.
And you from
They
ever
see
becoming
no
ravenous.
morality. They only look at us and point at evil.
So, just as a question, I don't mean to interrupt, but it is your turn. So, besides speaking, are you planning on taking any sort of action, or are you going to remain sort of in this sort
At
of
the moment,
shadow
I'm going to
state?
keep in my shadow state because
Okay.
I don't need to do anything at this point.
So,
right now.
so at that point, the turn would go back to Christina. She pulls out this giant bow from. Well, it's not like a long bow, but it's like a short,
Can't see it.
Is it just a regular bow,
sort of a short bow.
or does it glow?
It doesn't glow, but
Okay, so it has
But-
no source of illumination.
but she sort of pulls it out of her bag, and like knocks an arrow from outside, like from her backpack, as if it's some kind of quiver, pointing it towards the walls, and come out, you coward, and face me, or I don't know, but I'll do it.
Who hurt you?
This weapon
Get
is made
over
from.
yourself.
This weapon
A
is
weapon?
made from the wood of the yew tree.
She's got a
Jesus, sounds
bow
like
since you can't
Bad
see.
boy.
What?
I'm assuming
could you
she carried that bow inside of her bag.
I found this outside. It was given to me by the goddess of love and nature.
Excuse me?
Like I said, heroes, they jump to conclusions.
Now, if you don't come out, I'll shoot. I'll start
I mean,
shooting
you're
around
wel-
your whatever.
You're welcome to try, but I mean, here's the issue here. You can't see me. You might actually hurt your friend there.
I don't need to see. Love will guide my way. She starts firing like a bow into the wall.
Can you see if she hits her friend?
Sure, I can do that. Hold on.
Because you actually
let me-
might want to be careful about that.
I'm just gonna roll. Well, it's easier for me to roll my dice, but I won't do that. It's just weird because every time I try
Ironic
going
if-
Well,
back,
I just
Guided arrow
need
into
to
Sheree.
be able to see it. Yeah.
every time I go back to the Discord, it's weird because it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Now it'll open. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I got it to open now. So let me roll.
See if she hits you.
Let's see. Well, she's gonna spend willpower. Obviously, she has
Well,
like
of course,
4
but if
of
she-
them. So she's
But
gonna
like,
spend-
what is the DC to accidentally hit her friend?
Well, if she manages to like get a crit fail, then she'll probably hit Sheree. But otherwise, it's just
Yeah.
she's just going to miss. So this
You
is
can
going
hear
to
where I
be.
am anyways.
So
I've been
yeah, we'll just
talking.
say
This is going.
yeah.
It's going to be
No,
7
no.
dice minus 5.
Okay, go ahead.
So 2 dice.
Oh, -5, damn.
Well, that's because of
Yeah,
vision.
the darkness penalty, I forgot.
Yeah,
Impressive.
yeah,
Yes.
success. So she
I
does
did
not
it.
hit, she does not hit you, so that's good.
Oh wait,
Not
but I forget if range minuses your defense, doesn't it?
I believe it might, because you're not in melee
Uh,
to actually hit anything.
Oh well, let me check.
You
'cause
go
I-
ahead and check that. I'm not
I
going to
didn't.
do it unless
I didn't apply the normal penalties just to hit you from the dark because I realized like you're trying to move around. Obviously, you're not staying
Yeah, I'm
still.
not staying in one place at all.
Well, she might not hit you because she would be at like -3.
Oh, then that takes away that thing anyway. That's -8, and then even with her thing, that gives her 0, so she would have
Yeah.
a chance die.
Yeah, so she failed. I just need
Yeah,
to double
because
check.
that's that 5.
Did I have the book open?
So you actually might be hit, Shari. I'm hoping that it doesn't.
Well, no,
hurt
she
you a
doesn't.
lot.
She didn't get a
I kinda
1,
hope
so
it
she
hits
didn't.
me.
Oh,
she didn't-
okay. Basically, you would have a 1 and then have a
She
1.
would have needed a 1 to crit
Yeah.
fail. So in
Yeah,
that
okay.
case, she didn't.
She just
I'm just gonna
doesn't hit anything.
I'm just gonna double check because she's in close range, so I don't know if like your defense would apply. Because that's the thing, you're not like far away.
I mean, technically, I'm roaming around all the walls, pretty much.
Okay, no,
So
it's
we'll
not.
see.
There's no defense penalty, so she does hit you.
Well, she would. That just means that she doesn't hit me. It's the thing.
Well, okay, but she hits your shadow thing.
Well, I mean, she hits like the walls, pretty
Well-
much.
What she's trying to hit is like where she can hear your voice.
Yeah, but I'm not there. That's the thing about it's basically they have to. Hold on. Let me see.
Or the shadow soul, because that's what you're using right
Yeah,
now.
I know. I'm reading it. Hold on. Okay, blah blah blah. She can accept the name of the shadow whereupon she gets her physical form. Okay, so pretty much I would have to leave to actually get to have a physical form, and it's basically explode. Okay,
Well,
so it would have
because-
to be a magical attack. That's what it says. Exposure to bright
But-
light or
but
to damage such as from a magical attack will also
But
attack.
this is a magic weapon. It is made from the wood of the yew tree. It's
I
counted as
mean,
like.
I don't mean,
I
is
should
that
count because it's effectively a magic weapon. So
I would roll to a contested, can I?
no, you don't contest it.
I'll have questions for her after.
It's so you're gonna take
Actually,
2 lethal.
no,
because-
it won't give me lethal. What it does at that point is it just ejects me.
Okay, so
So
doesn't actually do
it
damage
will
to you.
eject me from the shadow like intangibility, but pretty much
Okay,
it won't hurt me. Yeah. So at that point, you're gonna hear an arrow knock at that point, and I guess if you're still using your aura sight,
Hmm.
you might be able to sense like where I am if it's a constant.
it's an instant thing, so she would have to do
Okay,
it
yeah,
again.
have
It
to
would.
use it.
It doesn't.
No, I wouldn't.
It's
I
not
don't want to
There's
waste
no
all my
change.
willpower.
Yeah. Don't waste your
But
willpower.
do you make any kind of noise when you're hit like that? Because she does eject you into the
No,
reality.
I don't want to
again.
I don't want to give her any sense of like knowing
Reaction.
that
It's
that
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Sheree, it's your turn. What are you doing?
First, I'm gonna pick up my phone.
If
I
you're
was gonna
gonna
look
speak
for
anything,
it.
you can.
Hopefully it's not gonna
Okay.
be too difficult. to
Yeah,
pick
it's
up.
like by your feet, so you could probably pick it up. I'm not.
Well, I
gonna
mean,
make
would it be? Oh no, yeah, because Maze
I'm not-
would change the walls and stuff like that. Not the.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. So you can pick up the phone that's at your feet. Sure.
Wait, so if you're not gonna hurt anybody, do you know anything about the people that are? How long have you been here?
I can answer that question if you want.
I
Let's
asked.
see. How long have I been here? I'd say tens of years now. Maybe.
Sheree, you should find her quickly before she starts moving around again.
She's on the walls. She's everywhere. You can't hit her.
And
I
like
swear,
I said,
I
like
saw
I
it
said,
connect
Hero, I'm not
in my
going
mind.
to hurt you.
in my heart.
She's hopeless. Well, not really. She just needs to realize that
Listen, if
those
you want to help
stories
me,
about all
help me
beasts.
quickly. Do you know anything about
Do you remember
Leo
the
and
name?
Celti or
Hmm.
Hope?
So, do I know anything about these, by the way? Noah, or do I have to roll for these?
so Hope, you know Hope because she was.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, you don't know Hope because she wasn't. You never.
What kind
encountered-
of beast is she?
Well, she's a siren, but you didn't
Okay,
actually.
then yeah, she's not a part of the family that I have, so it's not. So it would be like way harder to actually know.
But you don't.
If she was a Gorgon as well, you could basically tie in family ties.
but
Or even
you-
a sparkling lady or a strong man.
Strong, sparkling. Unfortunately, I usually keep to my mansion. I only ever come here.
I'd hardly
On
call this a
occasion.
mansion.
Well, no.
I mean, I
See,
can't see it, but I
Well,
don't.
of course.
Said it was a
honestly.
bathroom.
But if you manage to get out of this bathroom, then you'd end up at my mansion. But the issue here is that my mansion isn't anywhere near this school of yours. Well, it is, but it's pretty far.
What? All right. So
Oh,
what
so
Sheree
we're
is
in
going
your
to do?
lair then. I know what to do. I have an
Sheree
idea.
is going to. She kind of clued in that if she makes it through the lair, she'll get to the mansion, and she's assuming that the mansion is a place where she'll be able to see, or perhaps find some kind of clue.
We need
So
to break
Shred's
down the
going
doors.
to-
She wants to speak again, so she's gonna be like that. She's gonna be like,
Yeah, I mean that's what
I don't-
she's like yelling over to Sheree. She's like, "Go for the doors. We need to get out."
"I'm
Leave.
sorry,
You've
you
got
can't
here.
do that." Like
There's
I
only
said,
one door, right?
Yeah, there's
well,
only
no,
one door.
Well, technically, there's two doors, but as she's going to explain to you, she's going to say this. She's going to be like, first of all, I can't, you guys can't get out of here without me letting you guys leave. It would be a lot harder for you to do it otherwise. That's why I'm trying to just talk with you guys now. I'm not hitting you, as you can see, Hero. You've
Could you
taken
hit
no
us?
hits. I could hit you. I
She's
could
like
hit you
preparing to
very
knock
easily.
another arrow.
See,
I'm
in this
gonna
in this
move along the
darkness,
wall.
it would be easy for me to hit you. And as you're walking along the wall, you feel like you hit into another wall, but then as you're trying to circle around it, it just seems to keep going. It weirds you out. It's like there's almost like there's no stop to it, and you don't know why.
If I got Christina to turn off her bow or whatever, would you allow us to turn on the lights?
I'm afraid I can't do that for two reasons.
Well, you
One,
can,
I
actually.
can't.
What are you?
I can. That's what I'm saying. App character. No, but I can't.
Uh-huh,
Here's the thing.
uh-huh.
She's trying to say something in here. She's saying, I'm afraid I can't do that for two reasons. One, I can't trust a hero at the moment. As much as I would love to, I can't.
And she's like,
and for very important reasons, because as you can see, she might hurt me.
Trust goes both
And then
ways.
the other way, the other reason is because I'm not sure how you would take seeing my face. It's kind of, well, in the lair, it's not so much that I can retain my normal look. My normal look would be fine for you guys.
You
but
have
I'm
a
pretty
normal
sure.
look.
Yes, actually. Something you might have actually met before.
So you're one of the teachers, then.
Oh, no.
Then how have you been here for tens of years?
Well, I should say that I haven't been to this school in tens of years, but I've been in the city for tens of years.
Well,
We
then you
beasts
dodged
have
my
a
question.
long
How long have you
life.
been here in this bathroom?
Oh. You mean today?
No, since you've arrived.
You mean since I became a beast?
Since you visited the school.
Oh, since I visited the school. Well, I've only been in this bathroom a little bit today.
This
In
is
fact-
the first time?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like fumbling around on the walls, like it just keeps going. And you're like, "This is the first time you've been here. What have you done?" Like, with
Yeah. Like I said, layers are very complex. But the whole thing about this is that, like I said, Hero, if you'd put your bow away, I'm
she's
not
like
going to hurt either of you
bow
two.
towards like where she thought the exit was, but she can't see anything.
I think you'd do well to make your lair in another place with less heroes.
Well, here's the thing.
Good advice.
Here's the thing. It's originally that I wasn't going to even keep it up for very long. In fact, you guys would have just walked into a normal bathroom had you come here later. That's the whole thing. I wasn't intending for this to be long term. I wasn't going to let somebody else walk in accidentally and hurt anybody else. No, that's not how it works. These things are temporary. That's just how it is. I can stay in here for as long as I want, but making it overlap into, the actual bathroom, well.
So I actually have a question. Are you attempting to find your way through the bathroom, or are you just going to skip your action? Because you can actually, that could take you an action to try to find your way around.
If I can find my way into the mansion, that would be pretty great.
Well, it's a sealed.
Well, here's the thing. She'd have to get through the maze first. Because characters
I don't want to get
trace
too
it.
far from Christina, so I'm gonna stay.
Yeah,
You don't even
it's
know
like-
where
I'm not gonna go
Christina
too far.
is
Yeah,
anymore.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
she sounds like she's getting farther away as you're
Yeah,
walking.
as you're walking. Here's the other thing. So if you're attempting to trace your steps or find a way out of the area that you're in, first of all, you need to succeed in intelligence plus composure roll with a -3 dice penalty. And then beyond
What's that
that,
represent?
it represents the maze of the room. The reason why, you kept feeling that wall continue going on and why the terrain seems to keep changing as you go on is because it's shifting. Nothing stays the same for very long. And that applies to pretty much this place entirely. And then the exits are sealed, so even if you did get to it, you'd have to beat me in a Clash of Wills again.
Mhm.
All right. Well, she doesn't know that. She's gonna try to figure out her way through it.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd roll again.
So
Alright,
you
what am I
have to
rolling?
roll. You have to roll intelligence plus composure with a -3 penalty. That's to even succeed
And
in
keep in
finding
mind
your
that you
way out
can
of it.
you
Right.
can use willpower again if you want, but you don't have to.
Intelligence composure with -3. So I'm rolling one die.
Right. Well, that's better than 0.
Yeah, it's
Well,
better
I don't
than
think
0.
Shrey really knows what she's looking for, so I'm not gonna use willpower.
Okay,
True.
I don't roll any successes. I just
Okay.
kind of
So
That's
you
fly
fine.
on the wall.
but that's not a bad thing either. Her keeping you staying in there actually works better for you, and it works better for her.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, she's being she's gonna see you moving around, and she's gonna be you're gonna hear the voice getting closer to you, but she doesn't touch you or anything. You don't get hurt or nothing. And she just says, "You need to stop walking around, or else you're actually going to get lost."
Lost.
Don't worry.
It's a map.
We'll
It's
find
very-
it together.
It's very
You can hear Christina's faded voice in the far background,
You
she's
see what I mean?
How big is this place?
As big as it needs to be. So, you want to follow my voice back to the area? Because I can help you with that.
Don't worry, I'll get the door open. We'll get out.
I think I'll just follow Christina's voice.
I mean, feel free. Try not to bump into anything. I would suggest putting your hands in front of you at least, okay?
Right.
Okay.
So she's going to go ahead and walk back over to where Christina is and be like, "Are you done yelling, hero?"
No, I will stop you. I'll break through this place, and then I'll get help.
Hero, let me ask you a few questions.
Do we have help?
Anyway, let me ask you a few questions, Hero. And if you answer them, maybe we can get somewhere.
I have nothing to say to you.
What do you think we beasts are to you? Tell me. Answer me.
She just sort of stands there with her bow drawn, like closing her eyes and like trying to figure out where she's gonna shoot.
Why don't you heroes ever listen? I've already explained it to the other girl.
So, are you going to take an action, or are you going to pass to Mrs. Do Everything Right?
I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and try and inflict guilty onto her.
Okay.
Not onto like the other girl.
So you have to obviously like.
I have to pass basically. To do it.
Describe to me how you're doing that.
So the way that I'm doing that is I'm basically going to like bust down her whole like, her thing about like heroes being good and monsters being evil, and how like this entire time they've been hurting the people that have been helping.
I think what she
humans
was like eventually she would explain to you like, you attacked me. I won't stand for it.
What are you talking about? I didn't even hurt you. See, that's the thing. You've been hurt by a different beast, but you're accusing all of us for it. If anything,
you're not trying
heroes
to
are
hurt
just
us?
big racists at this
She's
point.
like, wait, so you're not? And she like lowers her bow slightly. She's like, so
No,
wait,
I
you're
don't want to
not-
hurt you. That's what I mean.
Oh.
I've been not trying to hurt you this entire time. Why do you
What
think
did
you
do
don't
in
have
the
any
bathroom?
pain?
She's like raising her arms like angrily.
What did I
She's
do
like,
in the
"What did you do?"
bathroom? I had to bring my layer into here to even really get. Well, it was more of a choice than anything else. But I locked the door.
So you chose to destroy the school. I can't stand for that.
It's not destroyed. Listen to me.
Christina.
I overlapped it. The situation is this entire bathroom. It's not the same as the regular bathroom that you did. If anything, you destroyed. I will let you out. But here's the thing: you destroyed the door to get in here. In the real world, that door that you entered through, that's destroyed. You destroyed public property to get into here. You could have just waited for me to step out.
So when you say that, she sort of shudders a bit, and you can tell that you've like hit a nerve.
So can I go ahead and use "you deserve this"?
Yeah, sure.
So it's
report is just a thing.
It's presence plus satiety versus her composure.
Okay, so that's going to be minus.
I basically
1.
have to get more successes than she gets.
Yeah. So she's going to roll 1 die.
Yeah.
I'll speak when I have the opportunity.
Yeah, you're
Sure.
good. So presence, so that's 3 plus my satiety, which is 7. So I have to roll 10 die.
Okay, she gets 1.
So 5 successes. Wait, 4 successes actually.
Oh.
Versus her 1.
She got 1 success.
But I got 3 over her.
So you got 3 successes.
Over her, yeah. So she would be it's not a critical success, but she would take the guilty condition.
Right. Okay. So she's guilty now.
Yeah.
And she just drops her bow, and sort of.
Oh,
like,
by
puts
the
her hands
way,
in-
I'm also using the high satiety version of this. So she also suffers the fact that she begins every fight with beaten down.
Oh, okay. So in that case, she just falls to her knees.
Yeah.
And she she's not crying, but she's like putting her hands in her head. She's like, "What have I done?"
All right, can I speak?
Yes, you can.
Well then, beast, if you want to prove that you are not as malicious as we think you are, then help us bring down the one that is.
Sure, I don't mind. If they're making a bad name for us beasts, then they kind of deserve it.
That might do well.
Our whole thing about it is not hurting people for our thing. Well, usually. It depends on the beast, I guess.
Someone hurt someone, and I'm here to help with... well,
like I said, calm down. Calm down. My whole thing about this is that nobody has to get hurt from this. And
She's like breathing
yeah,
heavily. Like
she's upset right about now. She's realizing what she did was bad. You see what I did to her?
Wait.
You see how
Is this a
she's upset
lesson?
right now? Yes.
Oh my
That
god.
is exactly that lesson.
Shreya's gonna rush back to Christina.
You could
I
probably
think
get to her, if
you
anything.
probably if you allow it, then you could easily let her go there. If not,
Well, I
you
mean,
could block her off.
Yeah, I'm not going to use the maze trait to keep her from getting over there.
Okay,
so
so
she's going to be fine.
So yeah, you're able to get back to where she is and probably find her just based on like feeling around where her body is.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
touch her shoulder.
In before groping her by accident.
Yeah. So I think
It's a
actually
ruse.
at this point, what she's going to do is that she's going to turn off the darkness. So what you actually see.
Well, real quick, actually, because this is important. Did you want to
Yes.
feed off of Christina, or are you just gonna let her go?
No, I'm fine on satiety. I don't need to feed on her. She's
Okay.
fine.
I'm not actually, because now that I think about it, no, I guess you have to. It's like a thing you have to consciously do. Like you can't just like start feeding because something.
Exactly.
happened.
Yeah. I need to have the intent to be able to do it.
Mhm.
So at this point, what you end up seeing is that the darkness around you starts to fade, just like how you asked. So what you end up seeing is like my character's like expression. Of course, tongue not outside of mouth. So you see basically this girl standing there like by herself, and she's just wearing her like her shirt and everything. And then you see like about 9 eyes on her face, and her face is blackened completely.
You're feeding on us.
Not exactly.
Mhm.
Get up,
If
Christina.
I wanted to feed on you, then pretty much it's a different way than that. Right now, all I did was keep her from, well,
You said it
wanting
yourself.
to fight.
You feed on lessons, and this is a lesson.
I choose
We're
to
leaving.
feed on. I choose to feed on lessons,
I
but
pull
this is not a
Christina.
lesson that I'm choosing to feed from. I turned off the darkness because I want to talk with you. I want to work with you. Like I said, the whole thing about her is that I made her feel guilty about what she's done. That's it.
I broke the school.
She'll
I
calm-
did it.
She'll calm
Christina.
down after a little while.
The school has the budget to fix a door,
No, they don't.
They
I
do.
know.
and you
I
can
would
fix
suggest. I would suggest just put her down for the moment. She'll be fine. She's gonna be like this for a little while, but she'll feel better after it.
a little
believe me.
while. What do you mean? This isn't guilt. This is a spell.
No, it's actually guilt.
Nobody cries over a door.
She's crying over the fact that she's trying to hurt me when she's not pretty much guilty of it. Like she's being guilty of doing that when I haven't even tried to hurt her.
Well, I tried to hurt you, and I'm not collapsing on my knees. I'm gonna pick up
That's
Christina's
because, well, that's
Okay.
because of a different reason. You're not a hero. You don't have a reason to want to hurt me. Her reason for wanting to hurt me is
bow.
misguided.
I'll show you hero enough if you don't shut up.
My lord, and here you were so kind before.
I was, and now I realize you're using us.
I'm gonna check the beaten down thing real quick because I'm pretty sure she
She
can't
takes
even
up.
move.
She begins every fight with the beaten down tilt.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out how that works because I'm not.
So
I'm
she's
pretty
gonna look at you, and she's basically just gonna cross her arms. She's like, "Do you
This
want
is
to
a
leave
black or white beast.
black or white?" No, this is gray.
sure.
And
Ooh.
the reason why you guys are having such trouble is because you can't make heads, ends, or of it.
Okay,
you
she
can't
can spend
find the
she can
gray
spend
part of
willpower
this.
to. She can send willpower to do stuff, but she has to spend willpower to actually
But
like.
here's the other thing. So she's gonna basically say like the reason why you guys are having such trouble, the reason why you can't find that person is because you can't discern that gray.
It's because we just started 10 minutes ago.
Well, then let me help you, for Christ's sake. If there's someone
So-
out there that's making us beasts look bad and worse than we're already treated, then they're no friend of mine.
She's going to basically like spend willpower so that she can like run up and start clawing at the door.
And of course the door is like locked.
Can I actually
So,
hold her back?
it's
like, hold her
a
arm?
mood, no mood
yeah,
game.
yeah, you can do that.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm just holding her like firmly and keeping her with me.
And she's like,
Yeah, of course.
like her arms are wiggling out of her. You're like, no, I need to get
Christina.
out of here.
Pull yourself together.
Honestly, I probably shouldn't have done that. Now she's going to be like this for a little bit. And by what I mean a little bit is just give it a couple hours. Then let her apologize for what she did. She'll be fine. Like I said, she's
for
not
coming in here
harmed.
and shooting at your wall with an arrow, or busting
Honestly,
down...
she was trying to hurt me with the arrow. That arrow is no regular arrow.
So, are you going to take an action, Lev, or are you going to sort of just hold her back? Is that going to be like most of it? Because, you could let her go and shoot, or you could do something else because you could see now.
Well, I'm holding the bow in one hand, and
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Christina in the
hold her
other,
with the
the
other.
knife
Yeah.
in the same hand I'm holding Christina with.
Okay. Got it.
All right. But you see, you see my character. She's not making any like steps towards you, and she's keeping her distance. She doesn't look like she's reaching for anything, and she's just standing there at this point.
She doesn't need to reach for anything. She wields darkness and guilt.
Well, I mean, yeah, but no, I mean the darkness has been turned off. You can see her face.
What does the layer look like without darkness?
So the layer looks like pretty much as you're looking at it now, it looks similar to the bathroom that you are used to at this school. However, it's the walls and like any of the windows are basically bolted shut. They're like barred and everything is just like the exits look like they're far, far away, and then the actual terrain actually keeps shifting around you. So you start to realize that the reason why you couldn't find the exit before and why it was so difficult was because this place is basically a shifting, changing maze. And she said, "This is why I said it was going to be hard for you to leave unless I let you, which I will." I don't want to fight you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I haven't made any moves to hurt you. And that girl is going to be fine after a while. She's going to be a little bit upset right now.
You're not
but
fine. Shut up.
like I said, upset. I could have done a lot worse. I have ways of actually hurting you guys, but I don't want to.
Do you have a name?
Yes, I will tell you my name. Well, I could tell you, but then again, I can't guarantee that that hero is not going to hurt me. If you can guarantee that with her, if you can guarantee with that that she will not hurt me,
if your lesson is effective, then she'll try not to hurt you.
We'll see how it comes. Anyway, I'll tell you my first name at least. How about that? Is that a deal?
That should do.
All right, my name is Alice, and this is my lair. As you can see, well, a part of my lair.
A pleasure to be here.
Of course, right? Like I said, I didn't intend for you guys to get into here.
Right.
You kind of busted your way in here. So the whole situation about this is that I want to learn more about what happened. So tell me, who are you looking for? What did they do?
I don't know. I don't know who hurt Christina.
And to make me feel better, could you put that knife away? You can keep hold of the bow, of course. I won't make you get rid of that, but then
I put the knife back in my boot.
thank you. I appreciate
Actually, I have to
that.
let go of Christina to do that. I let go of Christina.
Okay. She starts leaning against the door and trying to get it open.
All right.
But
So,
she doesn't. She's not
Yeah, there's no.
wild about it.
Yeah, the other thing about it is that like no Moonbeam like ways of getting out is gonna work.
Right.
So-
Obviously. So
This
she's
is started-
like,
So I would just be like, don't worry about it. Just leave her to her own devices. She'll be okay.
you got any
keep them
chairs
bo-
or something? Because this is a story.
Well,
there are toilets.
there's like sink tables that you have normally at like the hotel like sink tables that they have there or whatever. That's kind of what I imagine the thing being built. So you could like sit
That's
on the
true.
sink table without having like
Those-
too much difficulty.
Sure.
There'd be like a.
I'm actually thinking now that I'm pretty sure the bathroom, like logistically, would also include the public showers.
Probably.
So you'd have control over those
Yeah.
too.
So she would basically like offer you.
Because there are public showers, and then there's also the bathroom.
So that's probably why the place like looked a little bit damp as well. So she would offer you like to sit down on the sink tables basically.
Okay. So it started.
Sorry that it's not
sometime
much.
Yesterday. There were 3 new students. 2 of them were close friends. They had red eyes and blonde hair. Looked very similar, but they weren't related. There was a third one, very, very pretty. She was able to almost entrance people. I looked at her, and she was different. Like, I can see auras, right? But hers, it wasn't an aura, it was a form. She had a tail and scales and murky water around her.
You're talking about, that must be the beast then.
That's
so what you saw was her actual, what you saw there, that was her actual form, like how you're seeing with mine. Of course, mine isn't the worst, but some of them have really weird bodies. It happens. It depends on what kind of beast you are.
Well, then hope
Obviously, as you can see, I'm an eye monster, pretty much. That's why I was afraid to show you guys what I look like.
Well, it could be a lot worse.
As you
I was
mentioned.
more scared with the lights off.
Yes. Well, we know exactly why I had that on. And she looks over to the hero who's just like tapping at the door.
Yeah, she's like pawing at it. She's like,
Christina,
yeah.
was Hope the one that hurt you?
She's like nodding.
And then she Alice obviously waves over towards her, and she's like, "As you can see, I'm not that girl."
I don't know how she hurt her, but I've not dealt with Hope
I
much
think
since then.
like just as a in-character thing to sort of help resolve this, like you'd be able to sense that Hope like exists in the vicinity because she was
me.
The place she would be in this hallway.
Okay, so I know, so I can sense her, is what you're saying. Yeah.
But you would sense that she's sort of in this hibernative state, so she's not active.
So she's like rubbing her chin at this point, and she goes like, "I think I can let you know what's going on at this point."
But so that's not the important part.
Well, let me give you.
They're trying to brainwash the school. They eat blood and they have super speed. And one of them is dead now. He got killed by the strong man. They had a gathering at a church.
What you're talking about here is vampires, and they're very, very tricky.
I'm confused, just as an out of character thing. I'm confused as to why you call Kale the strong man. Is it just because you don't want them to know?
Because nobody would know who Kale is by name.
Right.
Yeah, right. But so you hear that she mentioned, she's like, okay, so what you're talking about here is vampires. You ever hear stories about them?
I know them through fiction mostly.
They're real, but they have their own set of rules like we beasts do. They work in different ways.
They work in different ways. Does that involve drugging everyone in our school with blood?
It involves hurting regular people. So if you can say anything, they're kind of way worse than we are.
That's the one I was hunting in the first place. I didn't know anything to do with beasts until Christina brought them up.
Exactly. See what I mean by morally gray? We interact with humans, but we don't hurt them. That's not our thing.
Well, you don't hurt them.
Well, yes, there are some beasts that have poor examples. Like I said, if we get to a ravenous state, we'll do almost anything. But like I said, vampires, they have to hurt humans to even survive.
One of the vampires then is dead. He was slain. But the other one, she's still here in our school. She has a name.
I took her out of her room. She didn't look well.
She was the vampire.
Oh. Seems like you guys have a bit of an inner situation here.
Yeah, apparently they have a master. I wrote it down on my phone, but...
I mean, you can use your phone now, by the way.
Oh.
The light should turn on for you.
I'll check.
And I'm assuming the light works for her?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the light would turn on for you. And you
what was the name of Leo and Celti's liege?
It was, their sire's name is Samuel Talbot.
Samuel Talbot is his name.
Do I know their name, by the way? No. I mean, I'd roll for it if you wanted to.
No, I'm thinking because like they're not. You know that they're not the person that you would identify, like because you know the strongest person in the city is a vampire, but it's not them.
Okay.
So you don't know them, no.
Yeah.
So
So what she does is that she's like, I've never heard that name before, but I'm assuming, as you said, that they're a vampire. So,
in Leo's daybook, which I took off his corpse, I didn't kill him, but the strong man did.
right. You keep
They
saying
call him
strong
sire.
man.
I just no the book. The book I took off his corpse, but no, I wasn't the one who killed him. I just great
Yeah.
Roger. That's all.
So she speaks up and she goes like, you keep referring to the strong man person. Do you not know his name?
I do. In fact, I know him personally, but I never knew he was what he was until last night.
Well,
In
it
fact, I
won't
still
hurt.
don't know what he is, but
It wouldn't hurt him if
I
you
saw
told me
him.
his name.
His name is Kale.
I
He
see.
works at the same place as me. I mean, he was at the church.
Out of character, do I know him as a classmate?
No, Kale doesn't go to the school.
Okay, I just needed to ask that.
But it
Okay.
depends. Actually, it's a thing where if you frequent the restaurants a lot, or if you like
I do.
live
Because
on the streets.
remember, I usually surveillance for my targets.
I mean, you might.
Because
You
you
might.
saw me before waiting in a gym at the other session.
Yeah.
So I
I
wouldn't
mean,
put my past me going to restaurants.
it's. He kind of works part time at the Applebee's, but other than that, you wouldn't know.
I don't know him by name, but yeah. So pretty much, so she goes like, he's basically I've bumped into him before, but I may have not actually known it was him. So
Basically, what he did is he ran in, he dueled one of the vampires, Leo, and he threw him up into a cross that was like neon. It was lit up, and then the cross shattered, and Leo fell, and Leo did not get back up.
Oof. Sounds like a poor way to die.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Well, that, and
Oh,
also
wow,
being
my
thrown
clock.
to a
My
religious
clock's going
symbol
weird.
of a church. It's kind of funny.
That's where they were. I don't know why you would throw him
Oh,
into
yeah.
the cross and not just pound his face in.
well, I mean, it's kind of funnier that way because a vampire being thrown to the most religious symbol that's in the city. That's kind of funny.
I suppose there's a certain degree of irony in it.
Yeah.
So, your whole thing about this, well, the beast that hurt her,
And she points over to the hero,
Mhm.
and she goes,
is, well, I suppose I should say that she's not active.
Well, then
So
how did she
she
hurt
can't-
her?
Well, she can't
So she
hurt her
can't hurt
anymore, is
anybody
what I mean.
anymore.
Exactly. She won't be able to hurt you anymore.
What does that mean, not active?
Okay, so let me explain to you about something. Remember how I told you before that you can get ravenous as a
Mhm.
beast? If we eat too much, which is to say, if we give our lessons too much and we take sustenance from those lessons, which I mentioned before, you can choose not to.
Right.
If we take too much of that, if we're not careful, basically what makes us a beast can get too satisfied, I suppose I should say. You know how if you eat too much you get sleepy?
Yeah.
Essentially that. We fall into a deep slumber. Well, what makes us a beast does. It makes us, well, temporarily, we're natural humans. We're just like everybody else. At least
So
until
she's
that.
mortal.
Yes.
We can kill her while she's weak.
Well, no. What I'm saying by this is this. The situation here is that she is temporarily immortal, but if you cause a shock to her, if you spook her enough, she'll essentially become, wakened again. I'm not even sure if she'll come back regular or if she'll be ravenous. I'm hoping it's not that case.
Well, I think we should find Kale, and then maybe we can deal with these.
Well, that's what Ryan's
vampires.
doing.
Yeah, but
You have someone
We-
looking out for somebody? For
Uh,
the Kale person?
and
Yes.
actually at this point you would be able to check on your phone and see the text message that Ryan sent.
what was the text message?
He's about to grab it.
I'll read it to you actually. Okay, it's faster if I just read it.
yeah.
I just need to go grab it. Because we were also doing another thing, so I need to go grab where she sent you a text. I remember where it was. I think it's up here. It was right here where she posted it. Okay, so she posted it. She sent you a picture of like what was scrawled on Kale's fridge, which was like a message to himself.
Yeah, what does
Oh,
it?
But
What
you
did it
can,
say on it for him? For her to know?
I'm trying to remember. Like he wrote something like, I beat someone up. Like he was writing like what he did to as Merrick to Kale, so that Kale knew what Merrick did. That kind of thing.
Yeah, but it just
Um,
seemed weird. Isn't that what she said? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then she texted you at Kale's place. He is nowhere to be found. Does this mean anything to you? She sends the photo, waiting for him to come back. Text me if anything changes. Kisses.
And like you see that my character's like looking at your phone, but she's not looking over at your shoulder. She just seems curious.
Well, I just got this. Does this mean anything to you?
Here, let me see. So she's gonna lean over and look at the text message, and she's gonna look at the picture attached, and she's gonna be like, "That's really weird."
You might not work alone.
I don't know if it's that. We can't be sure. If anything, vampires are weird enough. I call them crazy.
I mean,
But-
it is possible that he just attacked a random kid.
Wait, so she's like
knows?
looking at Alice actually. Christina's like pawing over at Alice, and she turns her head. She's like, so you said when they eat a lot they get sleepy. Is that why? Is that why Selkie is tired? She's like
Exactly.
scratching her head like.
Yeah, and she goes,
Like she's
exactly. If we eat too much,
No, Celtie's the vampire. So she's like.
oh, Celtie's the vampire. Okay,
She's getting your two things confused. Well,
but you told me that Celtie was a vampire. So what she says is she answers the hero. She goes, no. You see, it's a different case for her. I'm not too sure how they work in that regard, but I don't think they get sleepy for eating too much. Wait, they might.
well, one thing that you do know is that there is an ability for beasts where they can like keep people awake or prevent them from sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
She like
terrifying.
and Christina would mention that she was mumbling something about Leo and that she was having nightmares and that she couldn't sleep. She would explain that to you.
Well, I'll have to see what happens at that point. And she offers her hand over to the hero, to like Christina, and she goes,
Okay.
if you're willing to work with me, like I said, as you can see, no harm's been brought to you or your friend here, then I'll help you with your problems. But you have to promise me that you won't hurt me.
She's like nodding. She's like.
Yeah, she's offering her hand over for her to shake it.
Yeah, she Christina like takes your hand and she's like, okay, for now.
Okay, then. What I can do for you.
But if you do anything, then arrow in your back. You got it?
Right. If I should do anything like that, then yes, you have full reign to come and fight me. But like I said, I don't want to do anything like that. If for some reason something should happen as an accident, which I'm telling you, I hope it doesn't. But
I'm sorry. I'm just.
I'm
having flashbacks.
It's just like if
I'm having
something
flashbacks to all the unfortunate accidents that Hope has caused indirectly, like
So
certain abilities.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if anything bad should happen in an accident, know that I'll tell you right away if it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure we should.
She's like she's visibly like unnerved by these sort of eyeballs that you have like on your head.
Here, we should probably leave out of here. How about we go back to the bathroom, the actual bathroom?
Alice,
Yes,
thank you for being so patient with us.
no problem, and thank you for not letting loose an arrow in my body.
Well, not for lack of
I
trying.
got close.
Yeah, I'll give you this. You actually managed to knock me out of my incorporeal state. So congrats on that.
What?
She like smiles slightly.
Yeah, anyway. So what she's going to go ahead and do is like, because I'm assuming at this point 30 minutes, actually no, because it's part of my thing I can choose. So at this point, she's going to go ahead and release the control over the thing. So basically what you're going to see is that the walls start to like bleed out in like terms of like darkness. Like it just starts to like like visibly like etch away, and what you're left with is like a regular, like the actual regular bathroom. But of course, you also see that the door is smashed in, so that's broken.
Oh boy.
But her face, as you see, actually starts to become like normal. Like I'll give you a picture. Just give me a second.
Cool.
But yeah, her face actually starts to become normal again. So I have to grab that. You can talk with Christina for a second if you want.
Yeah, she's just sort of like limping out of the bathroom, and she
Feeling any
grabs
better?
and she like asks for the bow. Can I have it back?
Don't shoot it preemptively. I give it back.
Yeah, please don't shoot that. And you should probably put that in your backpack again before somebody sees you visibly armed here.
She puts it back, and I have the authority. I'm part of the staff.
Not anymore.
Yeah, whatever.
So
what are we
hold
gonna do
on.
now? Should
Let
we
me
look
just do this real quick. All right, can you see this now? By the way,
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
just
we
get
can
to
see
the
it.
right tab.
okay, yeah.
Nice.
So essentially, the sweater isn't blinking. By the way, it's not. It's just that's just something about
So,
it.
yeah,
Like she
it's
could
an
make it
image.
blink, but it's not going to. But so this is what you see her looking like. She looks exactly like this.
Do I
This is
recognize her?
cool outfit.
Because I do go to the school.
I think honestly, like you would have seen her like once or twice, but she doesn't show up to classes like really often.
Not many
She's-
do.
Yeah, she shows up like no, like for her it's even less so. Like she shows up like maybe once a month.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're Orion's level.
Yeah. But she basically like shows us, she's like, now my face isn't that scary, right?
Well, I didn't think it was awful before.
Well, thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. And so
There
she
you
looks
go.
over to the hero and like basically tilts her head and she goes like, "See, we're regular people too."
I know
All right, no
you
need
really
to.
are. Don't pretend like you're a person.
Oh,
Technically,
I
I am, but I stopped being a full-blown person to you guys a while ago.
So-
It wasn't by choice, by the way.
So what are we going to do now? If
I'll leave before someone enters and see we've busted down the door.
no, I so like you're moving down the hallway. It's just the-
Yeah,
okay.
so we're gonna go ahead and walk down the hallway at this point. Well, Alice is actually gonna speak up, and she goes like, "So you said that you have friends, right? That you're doing this with, or something?
Just one.
Okay. Well, we should still meet up with them, and you should probably tell them not to kill me if they meet me,
Yeah.
Uh,
or just don't tell them what I am. That'd probably be best."
Do you know where Kale's place is? She's like asking Sheree.
Well, no, but maybe I can track where, Ryan is. Phone stuff.
Phone stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
She's like
Can I actually? Can you do
like
me a
vaguely following along with you.
Can you do
like-
me a favor, Shari? As I'm guessing that's your name. Can I borrow your phone for a second?
Try not to break anything. I give it to her.
I will definitely try not to. So she's going to go ahead and take it from you after you hand it to her, and she's going to make a quick call, and she's going to basically call her manor.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you could be like one of the butlers or maids.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
Oh, wait,
pretty
they
much-
would not know.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't know the number.
Well, you would speak up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so yeah, she's going to be like that. She's going to be like, "Hello?
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
Yeah, don't bring the car around later. It seems at the moment. Actually, you know what? Maybe bring the car. I would suggest bringing it now.
If that's what you wish, ma'am.
Yes, please. I'll be leaving early from school.
I love how he just notices it's not your number. He's like, are you using someone else's phone or?
Yes, I'm borrowing someone's phone real quick. Don't worry about it too much. Just try and get over here as fast as you can.
As you wish, ma'am.
Thank you. And so she ends up like closing the phone and offers it over. My ride should be here soon. It'll basically be able to take us wherever you guys need to go in the city.
Does every beast have a
Okay.
ride on their beck and call?
Nope. Just me.
So you're going
Hey,
to
that's
use
not bad.
phone stuff to try and find.
That's right.
Do you have Streetwise?
Do I have streetwise?
I do.
I have a little bit. I think.
Okay.
So if you
I
have
think
if
actually
you
it
have a
would be- it would be
location,
intelligence-
I can,
Wait,
it would
no,
be
I don't.
intelligence.
Oops.
I do. Can I help them?
Do you have a computer?
I
I
have
have
computer.
I have.
Well, I'm talking
Streetwise,
to
but she
Sheree,
gets
yeah.
computer.
I have computer.
Okay, so it'll be intelligence plus computer, and then I'll give you a +1 because phone stuff.
Right, because the phone is good quality and I actually paid
Mhm.
for it.
Yeah,
Intelligence plus computer is 4 dice.
because I mean, I'm
Use
assuming
willpower, by the way,
I'm
to make it
assuming
stand up.
that I'm assuming that Ryan is smart enough to geotag her shit. So
All
3
right, that's
success.
one.
That's actually 1 success.
Yeah,
yeah,
No,
but
you
that's
have to
still-
re-roll the 10.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
Oh,
another.
two
Do it
successes.
again.
All right,
Okay,
so
so
2
2
successes.
It's like what you when you look up the geotag for where she actually where she actually sent the text from. It correlates to like an apartment like downtown. So like right around where the church was, but pretty close, like maybe 5-10 minutes from there.
Can I use Streetwise to go ahead and know where that is? Like if she
Well,
shows me?
I mean,
Because
you
I have
Investigate.
Streetwise and Investigation.
you don't necessarily need to roll because
Okay.
pretty much know, like, she could find it with a search. It wouldn't be that you could get directions to his apartment.
Yeah, I'm just saying like if I this I'm basically saying that like for me to know like in advance to know where this is. That way I can commit it to memory.
All right, I'm gonna text Ryan.
Yeah,
So
you
should
can-
I put
you
that
can-
in the actual text chat?
Yeah, you would put that in the in character.
Okay.
chat.
Okay. So I would mention that it's committing it to memory. So wait, you're texting that person or what are you doing,
Yeah.
Sherry? Okay, yeah.
That's what she's doing.
Cool.
Which is funny because she's in the middle of a conversation with other people. So I love that she's like, there are these two.
You just hear
There's-
ding.
There are these two suits at her house, and she's just like, "Oh, hold on, you're on your way? No, don't come. There are gang. There are people here. Lawyers." I wonder if what she's going to
I wonder
text
what
you.
she replies. If she tells us not
See,
to come, that'd be interesting.
I actually do want to ask this to Silver. So originally, I had assumed that you were going to join the church group, but it seems like you've actually joined the other group. So I'm going to change your.
See, at this moment, yeah, I am part of them. So it's just like I haven't met the church group yet, so I don't know where they're
Mhm. Of
what
course.
they're
No,
what they're
it was
going for. But
because-
it's like at this point in time, they haven't hurt me, so I don't have a reason to hate. They haven't successfully hurt me, and then B,
No.
at this point, our allegiances basically lie for us, like aligning together.
No, it was just funny. It was funny to me because like Hope actually joined their group, so you're on the other end. So now we have two beasts who are like on separate teams.
Hey.
That to me I find funny.
And
So what I'm gonna
unfortunately,
do is-
our team is hunting the other beast. So,
Well, not anymore because
she's doing-
Alice has
yeah.
told you that she's no longer a threat.
Nice.
So now
That's very
you're going to be
insightful.
focusing on trying to find Kale, I assume.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
here's the other thing. Is like if like to Alice, it's like if she's making our living harder as beasts, then the other beast, Hope is just as guilty.
So I have a question for you. So your aspiration was to break the monotony, first of all. So I feel like you're definitely getting a beat for that.
What's a monotony?
Like you said, you want to sort of get out of the routine of school, work, sleep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I feel like that is.
Oh wait, is this Melissa?
No, this is.
I'm
Oh
Sheree.
wait,
this is
yeah,
Sheree.
yeah. So okay, yeah.
Did I say
I remember
Melissa?
now because I need to investigate Melissa.
Hey,
It
me
was either
too.
Melissa
At least
or-
I
or,
did.
like,
I think I
here.
got rid of it.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
actually, I do still have it, except I investigate more people than just Melissa.
Yeah.
Right. I actually have a question on that too. So do you think that figuring out that these people will think that fulfills the other condition?
Get stronger and
Yeah,
murder
we-
supernatural.
No, the third one.
Put together
because
why
you-
Kale, Hope, and Melissa, or Kale. Actually, yeah, because Hope and Leo, I learned that they're vampires.
Well,
So that's
Hope
why
is
they
a
have different
beast
doors.
and Leo is
Or
a
so-
vampire.
Yeah, Hope is
So
a beast.
I'll give
and
you a
Leo
beat.
is that.
So
So I
you'll
learned
have
why they
three
have different doors.
experience now.
Oh wait, is that another 2 beats? Oh yeah, 3 experience.
No, I just gave you another one, so you have 3 experience.
Why am I getting investigated?
Because you're an object of our curiosity.
Yeah,
In
you
fact,
are.
I'll mention that now.
Yeah.
Actually,
As long as
Alice,
there's no probing, I mean, I'm good.
there was another one, but she seems far from malicious. I'm not really worried about her.
I have noticed a few people that seem far from malicious, but worth investigating. So
That's my
pretty sure we
teacher,
might be in the same
Miss
place.
Starkwill. She
Oh,
has 2 auras.
we're talking about the same person then.
She's nice enough, though. I don't think she'd hurt anybody.
Yeah, I don't think she'll hurt anybody. Well, under normal circumstances.
Well,
If you're
I
feeling
suppose.
2 words from her, then she's a special case.
well, you see that she had 2 auras. What color was it? I don't remember the color, but there was a second one that stood out more.
Again, I don't know what the colors mean to you as far as auras go.
I don't know what these colors mean to you, but
But here's the thing: if you're having more than one aura, that's
Yeah, it was,
kind
like,
of
darker.
a
It was-
telltale sign that it's like that woman is more than she appears to be.
That's what I thought too. So I was trying to investigate her, but I didn't get very far. Actually,
Yeah.
I offered to go out on like on town or something with her once over the break. Might have a
Well,
chance to talk to her.
There's several things that she could be. She could be another beast like me. She could be
No,
a
she couldn't be a
vampire. She could be a mage. She could
She couldn't be a beast because if I saw her and I saw because in the other 2 beasts, you
Oh,
and,
that's right. You would have seen her at one point.
Yeah.
But like I said, she could be a vampire. She could be a werewolf. She could be a mage. She could be anything.
These things are real.
Yeah, no, they're real. They're not
Alright,
fantasy.
which ones of them do we kill?
I'll wait till the actual. Well, yeah, you've resolved this, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the Hunter book real quick because you get experience for dealing with Alice.
Goodness.
Do I get anything from out of this?
I don't know.
Because I've,
Well,
I've
it
got
counts
like
for you.
I've got like 0 beats out of this today.
If you had fed, you probably would have gotten a beat, but you chose not to. And
I
you don't have
abstained from harming them needlessly.
you don't have any aspirations that apply to this situation.
Well, I
so-
mean, I do find Morgan's character attractive.
Well, what?
Let's
Well,
talk about her a bit.
You haven't even.
Not
I
Morgan's
mean,
character.
technically, you
I
know.
meant to say Share's character. I find Share's character attractive.
Oh,
Well,
thank
that's
you.
nice, but that doesn't.
Hey, it falls under possibly falling in love.
Well, no, because
That's-
she's
it's
already
working towards
Christina.
it.
There
Yeah,
are no, there are.
but Alice doesn't know that.
Well, you haven't made any progress toward getting her into you, so unless you've
Well,
done
I
that,
did
then
say that she
you
didn't look
have-
too bad in her beast form. It wasn't as scary as it could have been.
That doesn't count as a compliment.
Sure
Well, I
it
mean,
does.
she's gonna compliment like Share. By the way, she's like,
Now you're reaching.
yeah, she's like, you're not too bad looking yourself. By the way.
I think I'm flattered.
Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna give you some extra beats in a second.
You see her
Oh, right.
like her eyebrows wiggle a little bit. By the way.
I have to go to the old Hunter book.
I love how Christina's just like she's like looking at like a beast hitting on a hunter and just being like, you know,
It's like, hey.
This is.
this is not you know. This
Oh,
shouldn't be
and
happening.
on the subject of Celti, she's actually still here in the school. If she's like, I mean, I suggested this before, but could just like walk in.
And so
She's
so
on,
what
she
you're
has super
telling-
speed.
okay, so what you're telling me here is that you have a vampire here in the school.
Yeah, she goes really fast. I have it on video too.
Oh boy. Do me a favor. If you don't want to start a big war, do not post that video anywhere.
Did anyone?
Okay.
I don't
Seems
think
to be the
anyone had a critical failure in this, right?
No, she took a regular failure. She did not
Yeah.
take a critical failure.
Okay, so hold on. I am.
And
no.
Christina almost got a critical failure.
Okay, so I'm
But she
checking
had
to
a
see if you
regular.
get any extra experience from this.
Cool.
Okay, so in this case, it was killed if hunters were forced to flee. If every derangement gained or provoked. Well, in this case,
Technically, they needed to surrender, so they.
it would sort of
Christina was forced to flee.
cancel out because normally you'd get points for like actually witnessing all this stuff. But since Christina was affected badly, then it doesn't. Well, she's not a hunter, so
Yeah,
that's
she's
kind
not.
of important. She counts as a hero, so if I were to count her separately, I would give you an extra beat just because you're a witness to this.
I approve of that.
It's kind of because it actually makes it very clear in the beast section that beasts and hunters are, well, not a regular beat, but they're called practical beats. So I will give you one practical beat because you use these for hunter stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I
then
don't
is
know
it clear
what
that
it is.
beasts and hunters are what?
Well, they explain in the book that hunters and heroes are actually like very separate from each other, and they don't always get along or agree on anything. So I'm willing to assume that if she's being a hunter and like doing if she's being a hero and doing hero stuff, it doesn't count. So only you and Ryan will be counted as like hunters in this case.
Okay.
Um,
Damn, I guess it was a lot for me to learn about this.
Yes,
Other
it's a lot to learn.
world.
So yeah, you were talking about stealthy. What exactly is your plan there? I'm curious.
Oh, well, I was suggesting just... ugh, God, this sounds awful. We just walk in and stab her. But,
We should. I think Christina's okay with that plan.
but the
She
thing
looks-
is, we might
she
be able to
looks
gain
over-
more information about who she's working with and what her actual plan was if we
I
interrogate
mean,
her.
okay, so hold on. You want to know who she's working with?
Well, I
Okay.
know she's working for Samuel Talbot.
Okay, here's the situation here. You could either try and kill her, which you might be successful because she may not be very strong,
Well, she's not.
Or-
she's still
or
just a
you
girl.
could, or you could try and hurt Samuel Talbot, but he might be a stronger vampire and maybe
Well,
harder and difficult for us to actually fight.
Oh, I'm assuming that... What does drink mean?
What does drink mean?
Yes,
Like,
in
for
Leo's
them-
daybook.
For them to drink?
Well, like I saw in Leo's daybook, he had drink labeled several times every day.
Oh, that means the consumption of blood. However,
From his sire?
No. It depends. It depends on who he's talking about. If it's just that I had to drink, there's two possible different situations here. He
Well,
either-
let me show
either
you.
A, hold on. Oh, all right, let me see.
Alright, this is the last day, which is yesterday.
Okay.
I'll send it to
So,
you.
what's the wording on it?
I'll put it in chat, and then I'll actually say it out loud.
Yeah,
Wake up.
send it to me in like NPC.
I put it on Google Hangouts. Wake up,
Oh,
crossed
okay.
out.
Okay.
Drink, crossed out. School, put up flyers and recruit students. Prepare
Okay.
students for sire at lunch. Drink,
All right.
finish
I get
classes,
it.
wait for sire at
So,
sunset. The one before, though, it's more curious. This is the day
okay,
before.
so what this means is essentially two things can either be from here. Either A, he's got a human or something along those lines, or he goes out and gets humans and drinks from them, or he might be a vampire that drinks from, I don't know, blood packs. I mean, they're not the easiest thing to get a hold of, but some vampires might do.
Right. Well, this is the day before. Wake up, crossed out. Drink, crossed out. Extract vitae for tomorrow with ritual and drink.
Extract
so-
vitae.
Extract vitae for tomorrow with ritual after drinking, crossed out. Buy drinks to mix, crossed out. Mix drinks, crossed out. Drink, crossed out. Process application for school, crossed out. Note to self. School did not accept application, so we had to pose as poor children, scribbled out. Sai congratulated me today and promised me he would continue to help us as long as we continue his work.
Okay, so sorry, it's all wrong.
This is creepy stuff.
He might actually be being used by a sire.
Well, he's dead
Oh.
now.
Oh, this is the person that. Oh,
This is the dead one, Celtius.
Yeah.
His sister, or not a sister, his friend.
Well, here's the thing about
They
that.
look alike, don't they?
Yeah, we don't know at this
They
point
do.
what it. No, I'm saying we don't know at this point what to do about this because we don't know if she's doing something bad for the sake of Talbot, or even
Well,
what
they wanted to
Talbot is up
recruit
to.
me. I have his phone too. Sorry, I took a bunch of things with him. I have his
A
phone
vampire
too.
wanting to recruit a hunter of all things?
Well, she doesn't know that I know any of this.
Okay. So
She
wait a
thinks I'm
minute.
just a student. She flirted with me a bit. And
Well, okay, because her being a hunter isn't like a thing that you'd recognize. She's just a person.
Oh, me?
It's not like there are any like traits that make her different from a
Oh,
person.
okay. Well, if
Being a
she,
hunter?
if you tell me that you're a hunter, then I know. But otherwise,
I've
she
never
goes,
hunted
like,
anything before.
I mean, hunter isn't
well,
really a term. It's more just like a designation.
right. Okay. But so she basically. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a. Then again, humans don't always react adversely to seeing me. So she's
We're at a bit of a
gonna.
disadvantage.
Oh, thanks. But so she's gonna like sit here and go like, all right, well, I don't know why they would want to recruit. I actually might know why they want to recruit you. So there's either two things. Either one, they might make you into a vampire, which I'm hoping would not be the case. And two, they actually might drink from you, which I would also not hope would be the case.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
just
they can
warning
just
you
turn
ahead of
people?
time. It could be bad. Well, I don't think it's that simple. I don't know. But if Legend has anything to go on it, I mean, rather not take that chance.
Well, you've met vampires, but I don't think you've like actually
That's what.
had
That's
extended
why
contact.
that's why I'm saying she's
Right.
saying like she doesn't know. But if legends are anything to go upon, I'd rather not take that chance.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I really know about vampires is through like Twilight or something. It's
Oh God, don't no,
not much.
don't don't even. They aren't even.
I almost want Christina to be like, but I like that movie.
Okay, that movie, as air quote artistic as it may be, takes way too many liberties. First of all, they do not sparkle.
Well,
as-
honestly, like when you saw Celti move that fast, it kind of looked like that movie, sort of.
Well, yeah, but she's explaining further. She's just like, okay, there are small similarities, but here's the thing. First of all, they would not last a single second, or well, maybe depending on how strong they are. They would only
They're
last a
pretty
few
strong. They
seconds,
had good
maybe.
muscles.
Yeah, well, they would only last a few seconds, maybe, in the sunlight before they would burn up to crisp. That is true.
Oh,
However, they do not sparkle or shit. Yeah,
I wish.
they don't sparkle.
That would
Like
be
that.
pretty.
There is no Edward Cullen.
well, they'd be pretty easy to identify if they did sparkle, I guess.
Yeah, no, that would be a way big tell.
I didn't
technically-
see Celti sparkling though, and it's like bright out. So what's up with that?
Wait, Celti.
Uh,
Oh, it was bright out. Celti doesn't burn.
That's right.
hmm.
So how's she moving super fast then?
No, she might still be a vampire, but if she's not burning, then she's either A, really strong, or B, there's something special about her as a vampire.
Oh god.
I'm not sure. So like I said,
So walking in to stab her is not a good idea?
I'm not sure what we should do at this point.
Well, that's why we were going to see Kale, because he was the one who killed Leo. He knows about this. He must.
Then we would need to find Kim before we do anything to Celti. And if she's sleeping, that's a good thing for us.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's like if
Gotta
she's
say,
sleeping, that's a good thing for us. Oh, by the way, the car is like pulling up for us. So
Quite lucky we,
at this point.
quite
So
lucky
she's
we met you,
gonna-
Alex.
Thanks. Here, 1 second. So she taps on the glass. She goes like, "Get the door."
The door opens.
Yeah. So she basically pulls it aside and she goes like, "After you two."
All right.
Bye.
Well, I guess we said we would leave, right? I guess we're doing it now.
Wait, I didn't get any of my clothes.
Could we have a minute?
No, I'll get them later. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind reading.
Christina just like starts like easing herself into the car.
Okay. Oh, by the way, real quick, she like leans down into the thing.
What was your name again?
Sure.
Who are you talking to?
Maybe she's talking to Christina. So she goes, your name was what again?
It's Christina.
If you want to feel better than you do already, like if you want to feel a lot better than you feel, like with the whole guilty feeling, inside your stomach, I would suggest apologizing for it a little later.
I'm really sorry about breaking the door.
No, not right now. You'll be fine. I'm talking about a little later.
Oh,
Trust me, you'll feel a lot better. It'll be easier to feel a lot better. A little later.
I didn't mean to. Well, I did, but
It
it's not like she
happens.
really cares about the
Don't worry.
door.
It's not the
No,
door
but
that upset
the
me.
door-
You're fine. Anyway, now let's go ahead. And she like closes the door and she goes in. She was like, okay, what
I
was the
promised I wouldn't break any rules, and I broke a rule. I broke something.
Just relax.
What's so bad about breaking rules? You have weapons, I have weapons, we're gonna kill people. We're breaking rules.
Well, I mean,
Rules are there. Rules are there for a reason. I mean, I have to follow my rules. If I didn't follow my rules, a lot of beasts
Well,
would be killing a lot of
If
people.
I did follow my rules, then I'd be a vampire or prey.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be a vampire. I feel like Christina just sort of hugs your arm.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to be a vampire either. They're kind of overrated.
I can imagine.
I mean, and also you'd have to hurt people, which I'm
And
assuming you don't want.
she kind of like leans really close into your shoulder, like she's kind of scared.
I'm okay with
Are you two dating? Or?
Christina's Straight's gonna look at Christina.
She's like blinking, like she has like this look in her eyes, like she wants you to say yes, but.
And she just kind of snickers and she just goes like, because if you want, damn, I'm missing out.
Kind of.
Damn. Well, ears open. All right, and so she looks over to her butler and she repeats the address and she goes like, take us here.
All right. The car drives off.
Alright, so then I think that where we next continue from is where we'd go back into text or include Ryan in this.
I mean, I wouldn't mind including Ryan if Ryan wants to join.
I don't know where Ryan is right
You
now.
can message Ryan, see if she
Well, they're probably not around right now.
like you could still try.
Okay,
Dude,
I will give it a shot.
Is this
Yes.
sufficiently exciting, Morgan?
Morgan.
not enough blood. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. That was fine. No,
Hey, I love how you're like rooting for me and all that kind of stuff, and it turned out well for me. And then you're just I was expecting this gigantic fight. I was expecting for there to be blood and guts and ripped out eyeballs.
I mean, to be fair, if Christina does die, then I have not a girlfriend anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna kill.
Nova can make you a replacement. I'm kidding.
I mean, hey, I would already be
What?
good enough for a replacement. I mean, Flaunt's hair.
I just found it funny that literally they're just basically I just imagine Christina flailing around the floor not seeing anything. You're just trying to explain come on children, I'm trying to explain to you
pretty
something.
much. Yeah, it's like
I almost
I'm dragging her by the hand, being like, "No, don't touch that. No,
my big
stop
problem
throwing
is my big
arrows."
problem is I feel like you're explaining too much, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, that's how Alice is. She knows
guess.
At
that.
this point,
She's pretty blunt about it.
Melissa would just give you the teaching lessons. Says, you know what, you're better at teaching them lessons. I fucking quit.
Damn right.
Oh man.
You better fucking give me a job. Jeez, that'd make it even easier.
She's like 16.
Hey, you know what I mean? If she wants a 16-year-old teaching the class, I mean, I've seen it done before.
I'm trying to think if I want to explain anything else.
Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna stop the broadcast and then we can just talk.
Okay. Yeah. Pause the